Andrew "Andy" David Townsend is a retired footballer who played in 2 World Cups for the Republic of Ireland and is now a television and radio pundit. Starting his career at Welling United and then Weymouth, Townsend came to prominence at age 21 when he signed with Southampton. In 1988 he moved on to Norwich City, before joining Chelsea 2 years later. In 1993 he signed with Aston Villa and enjoyed 4 successful years before his transfer to Middlesbrough. His final club was West Bromwich Albion, where he retired in 2000. Following his retirement as a player he became a football pundit, most notably with ITV Sport. Club career: Townsend was born in Maidstone, Kent, but grew up in Bexley, where he attended Upton Primary School and Bexley Heath, followed by Bexley Heath School. He began his playing career in August 1980 with Welling United in the Athenian League, while working as a computer operator for Greenwich Borough Council in South East London. After making 105 appearances for Welling, he was signed by Weymouth in March 1984 for £13,500. In January 1985, he was signed by Larry McMenemy at Southampton for £35,000 and made his professional debut at home to Aston Villa on April 20, 1985 as Southampton qualified for Europe, only to be banned in the aftermath of the Heysel Stadium disaster. Over the next season, he was in and out of the team but broke his leg in a pre-season friendly against his old club Weymouth in August 1986. He fought his way back to fitness and rejoined the side the following January. In the 1987 Euro 88 he was a virtual ever-present, playing alongside Jimmy Case and Glenn Cockerill in the Southampton midfield. He was a hard-tackling, hard-working midfielder with an eye for goal. It was a shock, therefore, when Nicholls sold him to First Division rivals Norwich City in August 1988, for a fee of £300,000. He made his debut as a substitute against Middlesbrough on September 3, 1988, before replacing the suspended Trevor Putney for his first full appearance in a 3-1 win over Spurs on October 22. He retained his place in the Norwich midfield and ended the season with 36 league appearances with 5 goals. He also made 6 FA Cup appearances with 2 goals against Port Vale in the 3rd round on January 7, 1989. Under manager Dave Stringer, he was a member of the Canaries' 1988 Euro 89 side that finished 4th in the top flight and reached the semi-finals of the FA Cup. At the season's end, Townsend was shortlisted for the PFA Players Player of the Year award, which was won by Mark Hughes. Norwich made a handsome profit when they let Townsend join Chelsea for £1,200,000 in July 1990. After making a total of 138 appearances for Chelsea, scoring 12 goals but winning no trophies, he transferred to Aston Villa in July 1993 for £2.1 million. He finally won some silverware when Villa won the 1994 League Cup, beating Manchester United 3-1. He captained Villa when they reclaimed the trophy in 1996 with a 3-0 victory over Leeds United. In August 1997, just after the start of the 1997 Euro 98 season, he transferred to Brian Robson's Middlesbrough for £500,000 having made 134 league appearances for the Villains, scoring 8 league goals. He made 37 appearances in his first season on Teesside, scoring twice as Borough won promotion to the Premier League. In the 1998 Euro 99 season, he formed a useful partnership with Paul Gascoigne as Middlesbrough finished comfortably in mid-table in their first season back in the Premiership. In the following season, he found it harder to get into the first team and on September 17, 1999 he moved down a division to West Bromwich Albion for £50,000. Townsend's high-wage demands prevented a move back to Norwich or a loan spell with non-league Boston United. In his one season at West Bromwich Albion he only made 17 league appearances before a recurrent knee injury forced his retirement in July 2000, after a season in which Albion narrowly avoided relegation to Division 2. I was very flattered by Albion's offer. I thought long and hard about it but I just felt that if I am going to go down the road of management I am going to have to do things my own way. International career. His contribution to Norwich's successful season saw Andy selected for the Republic of Ireland, making his debut against France in February 1989. He qualified for Ireland due to his Irish family heritage. He played in the next year's World Cup, in Italy, where he played in all 5 of Ireland's matches. They reached the quarter-finals, the country's strongest ever campaign. The Irish drew their 3 group matches against England, Egypt and Netherlands. Scoring a penalty in the shootout with Romania, his country were eventually sunk by a Salvatore Scalorsi goal for the hosts. They had conceded just 3 goals in those 5 games. He was captain of the Ireland squad for the 1994 World Cup. All 4 teams of Group E finished on 4 points. They got their revenge on the Italians, but were defeated by Mexico and drew with Norway. Ireland lost 2-0 to the Dutch at the Citrus Bowl in the knockout stage. On Sunday 2015, Andy Townsend was inducted into the FAI Hall of Fame. Broadcasting career, he can currently be seen as part of ITV Sports Live coverage alongside Clive Tildesley for the channel's Champions League and FA Cup coverage. He co-hosted TalkSport's Weekend Sports Breakfast on Sundays with Mike Parry, and hosted the station's Drive Time show on Fridays. He also hosted the mid-morning discussion on TalkSport from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. from Monday to Friday, having replaced John Gaunt, who was sacked for calling a guest a Nazi. He has left the station because he no longer wants to commute from his Midlands home to the London studio. He also hosts ITV1's regional programme Soccer Night, alongside Peter Beagrie. He has also presented BBC Radio 5 live and written columns for the Daily Mail. He has also been the commentator on several EA football games, including 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa and most recently FIFA 12, FIFA 13, FIFA 14 and FIFA 15. Townsend was part of ITV's coverage of the Premiership after they won the rights from the BBC to show top-flight football on Saturday evening. The coverage was heavily criticised, particularly a segment called Townsend's Tactics Truck, where Townsend reviewed highlights of games with a player that had been involved from an outside broadcast truck. In January 2015, ITV confirmed that Townsend would not be retained by the broadcaster after the expiry of his contract in the summer of 2015. Personal life: he is the son of former Charlton Athletic and Crystal Palace defender Don Townsend. In May 1999, the press reported that he and Middlesbrough teammate Paul Gascoigne had been stopped by police on suspicion of using an air rifle to shoot at wild animals on a hunting expedition. Business interests: Townsend is a consultant for Harlequin Property, where he helps set up soccer schools at their Caribbean resorts. The company's proposed investment into Port Vale had set in motion plans for him to become a football advisor at the club, though nothing was to come of these talks. Charitable activities: he is patron of the George Collar Memorial Fund. He ran in the Great North Run in 2007, finishing in a time of 2 hours and 20 minutes. Statistics: international caps: scores and results list. Republic of Ireland's goal tally first. Honours: Aston Villa, Football League Cup winner, 1994-1996, Middlesbrough, Football League First Division runner-up, 1997 Euro 98, Football League Cup runner-up, 1998, individual, Norwich City FC Hall of Fame member, Chelsea Player of the Year, 1990-91, FAI Hall of Fame, inducted 2015. References. External links: Andy Townsend career statistics at Soxabase, Andy Townsend at the Internet Movie Database, Republic of Ireland profile at TalkSport, profile at the Gordon Pool Agency.